is Miss Jordan, and I'm so happy that you're here with me today. In this video, we will be using our 3 actors tools to bring to life the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. But before we can act out a story, we have to warm up our actors tools. So find somewhere where you can stand up and move around without bumping into anyone or anything, and let's get ready to warm up. Now that we have a nice, safe place to warm up, it's time to get started with our first actors tool, which is our body. Can you go, body? Nice job. Today we're going to use energy to warm up our body. The way this works is I'll say energy in my, and then I'll give us a body part. And I want us all to show how we have energy in that body part. So if I say energy in my head, can you show me that you have energy in your head? Nice. Energy in my shoulders. Show me the energy in your shoulders. Nice job. Energy in my hands. Show me you got energy in your hands. And energy in my hips. Energy in my knees. Show me how you have energy in your knees. Energy in my toes. Nice. And now that we have had energy all through our body, we're going to have energy in our entire body all at the same time. All right, here we go. Energy in my whole body. Whoa. Whew. Wow. I have energy all through my whole body from head to toe, and I feel very warmed up. That must mean it's time to move on to our second actors tool, our voice. Can you say, voice? What wonderful voices. To warm up our voice today, we are going to use our voice candies. All right, and so I'm going to toss you 3 candies, and I want you to reach out and catch them on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice catch. All right, and so these 3 candies are special candies. And on the wrapper, there's a picture, the character from our story. So I want you to look and see if you can see one with a cow on it. And that's for Bluebell, the cow, and Jack and the Beanstalk. And once you've got Bluebell's candy, hold it up. Nice. And we are going to unwrap this candy, chew it 3 big times, swallow, and then we will be able to give a great big moo, just like Bluebell the cow, okay? So hold it up, and on the count of 3, we're gonna unwrap it. 3, 2, 1. Pop it in our mouth. Chew. 1, 2, 3. Swallow. Give a great big moo. Moo. Nice job. All right, so now I want you to look and find the candy with a picture of a giant on it. Once you've got it, hold it up. We're gonna do the same thing, except this time it's gonna give us a big, angry, giant voice, and we're gonna say fee, fi, fo, fum, all right? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, unwrap it. Pop it in your mouth. Chew. 1, 2, 3, swallow. Angry giant, fee, fi, fo, fum. Whoa, good job. All right, now our last candy has a picture of Jack on it. So hold up your Jack candy. We're gonna unwrap it, chew it, and this time we're going to be a sad Jack, and we're going to say, please, can I have some food? In our best sad begging voice, okay? 3, 2, 1, unwrap it, and pop it in your mouth. Chew for 3, 1, 2, 3. Swallow. Please, can I have some food? Nice job. All right, now we're all out of voice candies, which means it's time to warm up our third and final actors tool, our imagination. Can you go, imagination? Nice. To warm up our imagination, we are going to play Magic Rock. So when I say Magic Rock, you turn into a magic rock like this. And once you are a magic rock, I will turn you into something else. So if I say magic rock, I turn you into bunnies. Can you show me what it looks like to be a bunny? Maybe you're hopping around. Maybe you've got a carrot. Nice job. Magic rock, magic rock. I turn you into a beanstalk. So maybe you're a big, strong beanstalk waving in the wind. Maybe you're a tiny beanstalk just starting to grow. Nice. Magic rock, magic rock. I turn you into a duck. Quack, quack. Maybe you're going for a swim. Maybe you're taking a little nap, so you're just sitting down. Nice. All right, and magic rock, I turn you into anything you want to be. So now you get to make a nice, big, safe choice and become anything in the whole wide world. All right, so turn into that thing. 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, and I want you to shout out what it is you turned into on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Such creative choices. Amazing. Okay, now magic rock, I turn you into yourself. Give yourself a big round of applause for warming up all 3 of our actor stools, which means we are ready to listen to today's story. So find a place where you can sit back and relax while I read Jack and the Beanstalk. Don't worry, I'll show all the pictures, I promise.
Jack and the Beanstalk, as told by Catherine Allison, illustrated by Gavin Scott. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Jack who lived with his mother in a cottage. They were so poor that, bit by bit, they had to sell everything they owned just to buy their food. Then, one day, Jack's mother said to him, "We will have to sell Bluebell, our old cow. Take her to the market, Jack, and remember to sell her for a good price." So Jack took Bluebell off to the market. He had just reached the edge of town when an old man appeared at the side of the road. "Are you going to sell that fine cow?" asked the man. "Yes," said Jack. "Well, I'll buy her from you, and I'll give you these magic beans," said the man, holding out a handful of dry beans. "They don't look like much, but if you plant them, you and your mother will be rich beyond your wildest dreams." Jack liked the sound of being rich, and he didn't even stop to wonder how this stranger knew about his mother. "It's a deal," he said. He gave Bluebell to the man and took the beans. When Jack showed his mother the beans, she was so angry that her face turned as red as a beet. "Go to your room," she cried, and threw the beans out of the window. Jack sat on his bed, feeling miserable. "Stupid beans," he muttered. Then he fell asleep. When Jack woke up the next morning, it was strangely dark in his room, and all he could see through the window were the leaves of a huge plant, a plant so tall that he couldn't see the top of it. "It must be a magic beanstalk," cried Jack. "What's at the top?" So Jack started to climb. Up he went, from branch to branch and from leaf to leaf. At the top was a giant house. Jack's tummy was rumbling with hunger, so he knocked on the great big door. A giant woman answered. "Please, ma'am, may I have some breakfast?" Jack asked politely. "You'll become breakfast if my husband finds you," said the giant's wife. But Jack begged and pleaded, and at last she let him in and gave him some bread and milk. The giant's wife had just shown Jack where to hide when the giant came home in a bad mood. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman," roared the giant. "Silly man," said his wife, "you smell the sausages I have cooked you for breakfast." The giant ate a giant-sized breakfast, then settled down to count the huge gold coins in his treasure chest. There were lots of coins. 101, 102, he counted, but his head started to nod, and before long he was fast asleep. Quick as a flash, Jack grabbed 2 of the huge gold coins and ran out through the front door. He raced to the beanstalk and climbed down it as fast as his legs would carry him. His mother was so happy to see the gold that she hugged Jack for 10 whole minutes. "Clever boy, Jack," she laughed. "We'll never be poor again." Before long, however, Jack and his mother had spent all the money, so the boy decided to climb the beanstalk again. Just as before, Jack knocked on the door and asked the giant's wife for some food. He begged and pleaded, and at last she let him in. She gave him some bread and milk and hid him in the cupboard just as the giant arrived home. When the giant had eaten a giant-sized lunch, his wife brought him his pet hen. "Lay," he bellowed, and the hen laid a solid gold egg. It laid 10 eggs before the giant started to snore. Jack could hardly believe his luck. Quick as a flash, he picked up the hen and ran. When his mother saw the hen lay a golden egg, she hugged Jack for 20 whole minutes. Although Jack and his mother were now rich beyond their wildest dreams, the boy couldn't help himself. He decided to climb the beanstalk one more time. This time, Jack knew that the giant's wife would not be happy to see him, so he sneaked in when she wasn't looking and quickly hid in the cupboard. The giant came home as usual and ate a giant-sized dinner. Then his wife brought him his magic harp. "Play!" he roared, and the harp began to play. It was such sweet music that the giant fell asleep in record time. Jack grabbed the harp and started to run, but the harp cried out, "Master! Help!" The giant woke up at once and chased after Jack. The boy slithered down the beanstalk faster than he'd ever done before, but the giant was catching up. "Mother, fetch me the axe!" Jack yelled as he reached the ground. Then he chopped at the beanstalk with all his might. Creak! Groan! The giant quickly climbed back up to the top just before the beanstalk crashed to the ground. When his mother heard the harp play, she hugged Jack for a whole hour, and, as you can imagine, the two of them lived happily ever after. The end.
Thanks for reading that story with me. And now that we know the story of Jack and Beanstalk, we can use our actors' tools to bring it to life. So find somewhere where you can stand up and move around without bumping into anyone or anything, and decide what character or characters you want to be while we act out Jack and the Beanstalk. Here we go. Our story starts with Jack. Jack lives at home with his mom. So can all my Jacks say, "Hi, Mom"? Nice. But Jack and his mom don't have a lot of money. So little by little, they have to sell everything they own. Can you pick something up and give it and take the money? Pick something else up, give it, take the money. And imagine if you had to sell everything you own. How would that make you feel? So now when we sell this next thing, show me how it would make you feel to be selling your favorite thing in the whole wide world. You have the money, and then Mom comes to you. So if you want to play Mom, you come say, "We have to sell Bluebell." Nice. And Bluebell is your cow that you've had for so long. So Jack, you say, "Not Bluebell." Nice. But they do have to sell Bluebell. And so Jack takes Bluebell. Can you grab the rope? And leads Bluebell to the market. Can you lead Bluebell by the rope? Nice. And if you want, you could even play Bluebell and show me how you move if you were a cow. Nice job. But on the way to the market, Jack and Bluebell are stopped. So if you're Jack and Bluebell, you stop. They're stopped by an old man. So if you're the old man, can you walk over? Walk over and say, "Are you going to sell that cow?" Good job. And Jack says, "Yes." So if you're Jack, can you say, "Yes"? And the old man says, "I'll buy the cow." Nice. And now, Jack's mom told him to make sure he got a good price for the cow. So let's ask this old man how much he'll pay for the cow. Say, "How much?" Well, he says 3 magic beans. Can you say, like you are the best salesperson in the world and these are the best beans in the world? 3 magic beans.
Ooh.
Now, Jack knows that beans are not money. So can you, if you're playing Jack, look at this old man like, this feels like a trick. So can you look very suspicious, like you don't quite trust him? Nice. And the old man, you want this cow and you want to get rid of these beans. So I want you to look at Jack like you are so innocent, so trustworthy. You can believe me. So give him your best. I don't think it's working. Maybe the old man needs to tell Jack why the beans are magical. So the old man says, these beans will make you rich. And you say, these beans will make you rich. Nice. And Jack, that sounds great to you. Mom said, get a lot of money. And being rich sounds like quite a lot of money. So, on the count of 3, you're going to reach out, both of you, old man and Jack, like you're going to shake hands and say, deal, okay? 1, 2, 3, deal. Nice job. And Bluebell, now you are going to go with the old man. So you exchange Bluebell for the magic beans. And Jack, you are so excited that you run home. So can you show me you're running home with the magic beans? You're so excited to tell Mom you're gonna be rich. And the old man, you are so excited that you have a cow, so you walk as fast as you can and you lead Bluebell away with you. And Jack runs home and bursts through the door. And can you, in your most excited voice, say, Mom! Good job. And Mom comes rushing in. So if your mom comes rushing in and say, what, Jack? Nice. And so Jack, you sold Bluebell. You're so excited. And you reach into your pocket and you pull out the magic beans and say, I have magic beans. Nice. And you think these are the best things in the world. So you're showing Mom. You're so excited. But Mom, you don't think that these are the best thing in the world. These magic beans are not money. You don't even know if they're really magical. So, can you say you're so upset? Maybe you're angry, maybe you're disappointed, maybe you're frustrated. However you think Mom is feeling, say, Jack, you're so upset you can't even speak anymore. And you grab the magic beans and you throw them out of the window. So give your biggest, safest toss. 1, 2, 3. And now you storm away. You're so upset. Maybe you're crying. Maybe you're stomping. Maybe your arms are folded. Show me how Mom storms out of the room. Ooh, very upset. And now Jack thought that the magic beans were a great idea, but Mom didn't like them. So show me, how does Jack feel? Maybe he's sad. Maybe he's kind of angry because Mom was mad. So now, Jack, you're not feeling so great. You decide you're going to go to sleep. So all my Jacks, go to sleep. Now, it's the next morning. You wake up, give a big morning stretch. Oh, and Jack, well, you think it's morning, but it looks kind of dark outside. So peek out of the window, and you see the biggest beanstalk in the world. So show me how huge this beanstalk is. Look all the way up, and maybe show me with your body. Stretch up, up, to show me how tall the beanstalk is. Nice. And you decide, you've got to climb this thing. This is the tallest beanstalk in the world. And you love climbing beanstalks. So you run outside, down to the bottom of the beanstalk. And now on the count of 3, we're going to climb the beanstalk as fast as we can. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, Keep climbing. We're almost there. And we made it. And there, and at the top of the beanstalk, there is a giant house. Like bigger than the biggest house you've ever seen. It's big this way and big this way. Oh, but we didn't eat breakfast before we came up here. Can you show me? Now you're hungry. So you wonder if someone in that giant house has food that they will share with us. So let's go knock on the door. Nice. And a woman answers the door, but she is a giant. That explains why this house is huge. This must be where giants live. So you're nervous because you don't know if giants are nice, but she seems nice. So we decide to ask for food. Can you say, may I have some food? Nice job. The woman, she looks kind of scared. So if you want to be the giant, you're standing at the door and say, you'll be breakfast if my husband finds you. And Jack, I'll be breakfast. What does that mean? So now you're scared, but you're so hungry. So you're like, please, 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 I need some food. Can you beg her? Please, 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 please. Nice. And the giant, she is a nice person, and she feels bad for Jack. So she says, all right, but we have to be quick. Nice. And so they rush into the house, and she gives Jack some bread and milk. So can you get the bread? Can you get the milk? You hand it to Jack, and if you're Jack, you're so hungry, and you eat the bread and you drink the milk as fast as you can. So 3, 2, 1. You feel much better. Can you say thank you? Nice. And if you're the giant, can you say you're welcome? Good. But the giant's wife has a feeling her husband will be home any second. So she shows Jack where to hide. So the giant, can you point and say hide there? Nice. And Jack, you go run and you hide. And you're hiding. Good. And now the husband is home and he is angry. So can you stomp in if you want to be the giant's husband? You stomp in and say fee, fi, fo, fum. Nice. He's so angry. And he thinks that he smells a human in here. But his wife, she doesn't want Jack to get hurt, so she says, oh, you're just being silly. So can you say, oh, you're silly? Nice. And she says, no, that's just breakfast. So she gives him breakfast. The giant's wife gives breakfast. And the giant wife gives him the breakfast, and the giant husband eats it up. So if you're the giant husband, eat the breakfast. Nice. And now that he's not so hungry, he feels a little better, and he sits down to count all of his gold. Show me you're counting your gold. Nice job. But he has so much gold, he's counting so high, and it puts him to sleep. So now the giant falls asleep. And while he's asleep, Jack takes this as his opportunity. So Jack rushes out of his hiding spot, grabs 2 giant gold coins, and makes his way down the beanstalk. So grab the gold coins, and we're gonna hold them, and we have to climb down the beanstalk carefully. And once we get to the bottom, we run into our house and we say, Mom, look! So can all my Jacks say, Mom, look! And hold out the giant gold. Nice. And Mom, you are so excited. Show me how excited you are. Maybe you cry. Maybe you give Jack a big hug. Because now you have this gold. But that gold doesn't last forever. And one day, Mom and Jack are all out of money again. So Jack knows what he has to do. He goes outside, and all my Jacks climb the beanstalk again. Climb, climb, climb. And when we get to the top, we see the giant's house. And we decide to do the same thing we did last time. We knock on the door, we ask, we beg for some food. And the giant's wife gives us bread, gives us milk. And Jack gobbles it up and hides in the cupboard just like last time. So Jack is hiding. And the giant comes stomping in. So giant, he's home and he's angry. And the giant's wife says, "Here's your lunch." The giant is so angry and hungry, he eats the lunch right up. Then, instead of counting his gold like last time, he asks his wife to bring him something special. And so the giant's wife walks in, and she's carrying a huge hen. She sets it down in front of the giant, and the giant says, "Now lay." And Jack is peeking out of the cupboard watching as the hen lays a golden egg. And Jack knows that if he gets this hen, him and his mother will always have money because the hen will always lay golden eggs. So he watches and he waits. And the giant eventually falls asleep. And so Jack takes his chance, and as quickly as he can, he runs out of his hiding spot, grabs the hen, and runs. So all my Jacks, you have the hen, and you're running, and you have to climb down the beanstalk. And once you get to the bottom, you run in and you say, "Mom, look!" Nice. And you have to get the hen to lay a golden egg. So say, "Now lay." And the hen lays a golden egg right in front of Mom. And Mom is so excited. She gives Jack a big hug. So Mom, give Jack a big hug. Nice. And now Mom and Jack have everything they could ever ask for. But Jack is a little curious. He wants to know what else is at the top of the beanstalk. So Jack climbs up, 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 up. And when he gets to the top, he realizes he can't just knock on the door anymore. The giant's wife is going to be so angry with him. So, when she wasn't looking, he snuck into the house. So if you're Jack, you gotta sneak in. Nice. Jack sneaks into the house. And the giant gets into the house and hides in his hiding spot. And when the giant comes home, he eats his food and he asks for another special item. And his wife brings him a golden harp. And she brings him the harp and sets it in front of him. And he says, "Play." Nice. And the harp started to play music all on its own. The music was so soothing that the giant fell asleep immediately. And Jack decided he had to have that harp. So Jack runs out and grabs the harp and runs for the beanstalk. But the harp starts to scream. So if you want to play the harp, say, "Help me!" Nice, the harp can talk too. And the screaming from the harp wakes up the giant. So now if you're Jack, you're running with the harp to the beanstalk. If you're the harp, you're screaming, "Help me, help me!" And if you're the giant, you're waking up and you are angry. And you go stomping after Jack and say, "Fee, fi, fo, fum." Nice. And because the giant has such long legs, he's catching up to Jack in no time. The giant is stomping after Jack, and Jack is running as fast as he can, and Jack is climbing down the beanstalk as fast as he can. But the giant is now at the top of the beanstalk, and he's on his way down. So Jack screams, "Mom, help!" Nice. And Mom comes running out, and she brings Jack an axe. So when Jack gets to the bottom of the beanstalk, he puts the harp down. Now Jack picks up the axe, and he's going to give big chops to cut down the beanstalk before the giant can climb down. Nice. And as you're chopping, you're almost there. 3, 2, 1. As the beanstalk starts to fall, the giant climbs back up. So the giant, you climb back up because you don't want to fall with it. The giant's up safe at his house as the beanstalk crashes to the ground. And Jack decides to show his mother the harp by saying, "Play." And she's so happy with the life that they have now. And it's all thanks to Jack and his magic beans. So they give each other a big hug. Nice job. The end. Nice. Give yourselves a big round of applause for acting out today's story. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I had a ton of fun acting out Jack and the Beanstalk, and I can't wait to act out another story with you. But in the meantime, remember, you can act out as many stories as you want because your body, voice, and imagination are with you wherever you go. So keep on using those actors tools, and I'll see you next time. Bye!